Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to my channel. I'm Rebecca, and this is
Hello, Mrs. Gigi here.
Miss Gigi. Excellent. Well, how you doing, Mrs. Gigi?
I am just a tiny bit tired, but it's fine. Everything has been wonderful so far this week. So,
Good,
yep.
good. Do you have a
hmm
different desk? Are you some?
No,
Oh,
not really.
maybe I just don't pay attention that close.
Maybe.
What's what's going on with your week? Anything like have you been overly busy with your week or?
Oh no, definitely not.
Oh, well, that's
Definitely not.
good.
Everything has been like I don't even know. There is a you know like something going on in school with all the kids, so all of them are sick some kind of way.
Ugh.
So it's been the I fingers crossed, you'll never know, but it's been the lowest rate of pupils this week so far this term. So you know it's it's a little bit strange though to just be couple of pupils in school.
And so they've been out sick.
hmm
Hmm.
But that to me means that you can, do all kinds of other things that I haven't been able to do because there hasn't really been time.
Right?
So it has, in a way, a little bit good with the whole thing, even though I don't like that. I, I don't want to say that it's the big thing coming back, but you kind of wonder in a way.
Yeah, I think it's always
hmm
going to be there. It's always going to kind of be because it's just the next flu bug that we're going to be
Yep.
fighting.
hmm
Yeah. Hi, Paralife. How you doing?
Hello.
Welcome, welcome. All right. So, oh, what is that? Hold on. I just got a message.
hmm
I just found out that mom, my Texas mom, is in the
hmm
hospital
hmm
in ICU again.
Oh,
She fell last night, so yeah,
oh, I'm
it's just
so sorry.
she just had cancer removed from her face, and she has 3 forms of cancer. She had I can't remember the names of them, but she had the one removed from her face, and then she has one that's
hmm
practically eating her ear away. That sounds disgusting, and it is disgusting, but that's what's happening. And then she's got some cancer on her arm. So,
Oh,
I think it's all kind of a type of all 3 are skin type cancers, but so,
hmm
yeah, so, but that had nothing to do with why she is in the hospital. She fainted, and then here they find out that, one of the things is that she has a UTI, and I guess it got so bad, which is crazy because she was at the doctor's yesterday, so it must have hit her like that because they take your temp almost well, not
hmm
almost, they do take your temp every time you go into any doctor because that's one of the first
Yep.
thing they wanna see is,
hmm
"Do you have a temp?" Especially with the big C. So,
hmm
anyways, so, yeah, I mean, literally, I when you text me and said, "Let's go on at noon," I was talking, uh, to Mandy about what's going on with her, so, well, nothing that I can do, can't
Oh,
so,
no.
we just kinda have to say our prayers and,
Yeah, definitely
she's been
will.
fighting and fighting for the last 20 years with this autoimmune, we thought she was dead 20 years ago and she's still kicking. So
Oh.
we tell her all the
Hmm.
time she'll be living on the earth with the cockroaches because nothing seems to get her. I mean, we thought the doctor told her, "Don't get COVID. Your body cannot handle that." And
hmm
we were like, yeah." And we thought that's gonna take her out, and she was in the hospital 3 days and back home, and she kicked that, so she's
Wow.
pretty power God's not ready for her yet. God's
hmm
not done with her. Satan is trying.
Hmm.
Satan's like, "We're gonna take you out because you spread the word too much," and God's like, "No, I'm not done with her yet."
hmm
Oh, so yeah, any prayers would be appreciated, just so that she gets because whenever she's in the hospital, she, of course, gets so depressed and down, so she needs that strength. So
Oh, Definitely.
Hello, Barry. Hello,
Hello.
hello. So what are we doing today, Miss Gigi? Or what have we
Uh,
been doing this year in 2023?
it's almost to an end.
Oh, it is, isn't
It's
it?
getting kind of, chunky, this one,
Mhm.
even though I made the spine bigger
Yeah,
this
yours
year.
is nice and chunky. Well, the funny thing is I picked this up this morning and put it here and I was like, I never noticed it was lumpy before. And then I was like, well, what is that that's lumpy? So I opened up to the page and I'm like, no, that's been there and these have been there. And then I was like, what I do? Well, I added this last year. This isn't even chunky. It's wool. So I never even
Mm-hmm.
noticed how chunky, how wobbly. I guess you guys really can't see, but it's, a little wobbly. But damn, mine's not as chunky as yours. I'm impressed that I kept mine a little bit. I did more flat art, which is kind of
Oh,
odd
yeah,
for
yeah.
me, kind of odd. But
But you do have to add some pages, don't you?
well, if I can't keep like I squeezed this on here last week, but yeah, I only have one page, so I have to either become very creative, maybe cut it in half, and I could get 1, 2, 3, 4. But it matters what the prompts are. I mean, I could always add,
Mm-hmm.
we'll see. We'll see what the prompts are. I could always use the back, the covers
Oh,
too.
yeah.
So I
Mm-hmm.
might be able to fit them on here. We'll see. Well,
Mm-hmm.
hello, Matthew.
Hello, hello. So, what are we doing in this one prompt each week? This week's prompt is yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yep.
You could do a lot with that. Yesterday.
So, is it for the last page you have or adding something else?
Right? Okay, yesterday. Well, yesterday all I did was watch TV. If we look at seriously like yesterday, but we could think yesterday like yesteryears, like back years or yesterday. What I wish I did yesterday.
Definitely go that far. Yep.
Ay, 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 what a prompt, what a prompt. Yesterday.
Could definitely be big if you like it to be.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see where to put mine.
Yesterday.
Maybe. I don't really know.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of gloomy out. Was it gloomy out yesterday? Mm-hmm.
I don't really have too many pages left either. Yesterday, let's paint something to both of these. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yesterday.
So we'll actually continue this with some yellow. Hello, Matthew. Nice to have you here. I have to ask you, have you heard anything from Melissa?
No. Nope. I have not.
I think I saw her like last week, like Thursday or the week before on Beth Live.
So she was maybe on Best. That's good. I
Yeah.
have not seen her anywhere. Hello, Brittany. How are you? Good to see you. I have not seen her, and I left her a message too. I thought I messaged her. I probably need to check that. Yesterday. All right. Yesterday. Yesterday I could walk like yesteryear, not like yesterday. Wouldn't that have been crazy? Yesterday I was walking, but today I'm not. Um. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Barry. I'm doing well, Brittany. Thank you for asking. Um, oh, this is a tough one. Nothing's coming to mind. I don't think that's how prompt.
Not
I'm
for me.
supposed to prompt you into doing something. This prompt has stumped me. Hi, Luna. You gonna come up here, Luna? Luna?
I have no clue what I'm going for, but I will
But
definitely
you
just
know that
continue
page
this
needs
yellow.
yellow. I love that. I don't know what I'm doing, but this page needs yellow. So the
Yeah.
prompt for today is yesterday. Yeah, today.
Hmm.
Yesterday. Um,
I am fine. I hope, you'll never know with the sound, but I kind of hope that it's a little bit better today.
I think so.
I
I thought you sounded kind of far away, but I turned my volume up. I think I had turned my volume down. So
okay. You'll never know with and then I realized my whole, like, the connection, like the internet connection is kind of, I don't know, there is definitely something happening in the little village of ours here,
oh,
because the connection is kind of really bad.
I
Like, it's
almost
for
sent you a
real.
picture of a Swedish village I seen on it came through my scrolls. Um, I guess because I liked a video from it was I think Switzerland, which doesn't Sweden and Switzerland I know are not the same country, even though I made a mistake and said you were from there. Um, they have running of the not running of the cows, but they have a parade where they take the cows through town. Is that Switzerland or is that Sweden?
That's Switzerland, but we do have that here in Sweden too. But Switzerland has like a bigger, yeah, that's
They have
bigger
like
for them.
big old bells on these cows'
Yep,
necks. And,
that's
yeah, yeah.
Switzerland. That's
I
Switzerland.
I was watching that, and I don't know if because I like that now they're showing, but it was this picture of this Sweden. It was definitely Sweden town because I looked at it a couple times and I was like, wonder if this is where Mrs. Gigi lives.
Oh, but
I was like,
do you remember the name or?
no, no. And I was gonna take a screenshot and send it to you and say, is this
Mm-hmm.
where you live? Or is this like the town that looks like, does this town look like your town? But I didn't. I should have, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't. Silly. Okay, I'm coming up with an idea. It's coming to me. It's coming to me. I'm bringing it in. Okay. Yesterday.
Making this really, really quick, but needs to be kind of the same.
Yesterday. Dun dun dun
All
dun
my
dun
troubles,
dun dun dun.
la la la.
There you go.
You don't want to sing too much. You'll never
Right.
know.
Yeah. There goes my 45 cents.
Yeah. Oh, is that the amount?
I don't
45
know. I
cents.
think I'm earning about between $7 and $9 a month. That's what it seems.
But then again, Rome wasn't built in a day,
That's
so
right. That's right, Mrs. Gigi. So I'm okay with it. I will wait 10 months to get my $100. I'm okay with it. It's better than nothing. I had nothing, so something is better than nothing.
mm-hmm.
That's what they say. All right. Let's see. What if what if okay. I have no idea, so I'm gonna just kind of
I'm thinking about one thing, but I'm not sure how. Let's see. I am no longer allowed to say that I don't really have stencils, am I?
no, Mrs. Gigi, you are not.
Let's see. Which one to use? The thing is, and I've realized, I kind of have, the go-to stencils,
Yeah.
and I really do not like that. I would love to just.
I do the same thing. I have all these great stencils, and then I use the same four that's already pulled out on my desk.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Hey, Jenren, what's shaking? Good to see you.
Kind of like, let's go with this. I haven't really used this one either. I'm kind of, am I thinking right in this? And I think so. Let's see. Actually doing it a little bit quicker and easier for me with Hello, Jen. How are you? We were actually thinking, with planning and things for Christmas at work today, and I realized, oh, wow, it's coming sooner than
Later, it is.
would
It's
say.
like I can't believe our Thanksgiving. It's like,
Oh
oh,
yeah, it's
that's like
coming. Oh,
right now, like
next week
nothing's
or something.
planned. It's like, oh, it's gonna be here and gone. I gotta get my tree up. I do that usually the weekend of Thanksgiving because I leave mine up longer
Okay.
after the New Year's. I leave it up
Oh, okay.
for after the New Year. A lot of people put their tree up and then take it down right after the holiday, and I like leaving mine up.
Yeah, here we have, lights and things because it's so dark outside. So
Oh, yeah.
I like to leave all of those up as long as possible. We have, let's see, January 16th? No, 18th maybe. Is like a traditional type thing where you were meant to clean out everything Christmas if you have it, haven't done that. And it's the same date every year.
Mm-hmm.
And I tend to like, oh, not in January. I want to have it, actually, I would say February, March, something, because it's pitch black here. So, and it's kind of nice to have all the lights outside and in
Yeah.
the windows, and because it's so dark.
And it looks pretty too. Hey, Barb, how you doing?
Hello.
Hey.
So the prompt that we're working on today.
I heard the prompt. Did you just finish that sentence?
Yes.
I didn't hear it. It just said the prompt that we're working on, and then that's it.
Well,
You.
yesterday is the prompt.
There we go. That was weird.
I have no clue. And then go with just the tiniest bit more. Let's see. Now it's one of those. I wonder if I I'm not sure if I could use my printer though. Let's do it in another way.
How you doing, guys? How you doing, Barb? Oh, wait a second. I don't know if I've missed anything. I'm on top messages again. Oh, I didn't shut off my Nightbot. Nightbot's going to tell
you
you.
didn't?
Instead of telling them about you, it's going to be telling them about Dana. I have it on Dana's.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no worries. It's good for me. No worries at all. So now I would really like to, let's see if I can print out a thing, because that would be really, really difficult to paint or do something.
How about that for yesterday? That's creative.
Ooh.
Where can it go? Where can it go in my book? In my book, in my book. Yesterday. This really is cute. I don't remember what that was. A scene or something. I think we had to do like. I don't. Was that
was
93? So September City Street something.
Wasn't that like skyscrapers or something? I think
maybe,
it was.
Maybe something like that. Yeah.
No,
cityscape or something.
Scape, yeah, something, yeah,
like that. So. Hey, Sheena. Hey, Scott. Good afternoon. Thank you so very much. Thank you for coming yesterday. Where do we want to put you today? Since you were so far away. I could put her over here. Yesterday, I got to put the date on it. Or should I? I wonder if I should color that in. What color shall we color that in? It's
hopefully this will
neighborhood, a beautiful day. It is, Sheena. It's pretty here. I went for a walk with you. Sure did.
Oh, with Sheena?
Yeah, she did a little walk, and I went with her. I don't know if you put that. That's the song that you've been singing in your head. You and I, we're like soul sister. Dun, 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 dun. I don't know. What if I do it in black? That kind of is like, hey, that's good. Take us with you. Walking is excellent, just like you said. Just like you said. I'm going to put this in black. Don't nobody be mad that I'm going black.
I am trying something here. I'm not really sure if it will be thing though.
You try
away.
There
will be some sort of paint going on. I'm not really sure about that. Because
Did your printer work? Did you print something out?
Trying.
Sheena, that's who I went to see when I was going to stop in and see you. I was in Colorado visiting Jen Wren, and I was going to stop by and see you. But I didn't. Shoulda, coulda, wouldas. That was yesterday. I am so funny. I crack myself up. Yes, you're getting it back on track though, right? Because you were doing so good on that. Watch, just continue eating correctly. Don't listen to anybody else. That's where I know people fall off and start doing things that they shouldn't be doing when they're changing the way they're eating. You do you, boo.
Oh, yep, definitely.
Do what works for you, not what works for somebody else. Suggestions is good, but that's right. Good for you. I like him. I like him.
Let's see if this is possible.
Impossible. Nothing's impossible.
Oh, no, definitely not. I'm just...
Should have just did this on black paper. No, then the ink wouldn't have bled
Why in the world? Let's see, I can just do this freehand.
I know. Where'd you steal him from, Sheena? We spent the day yesterday watching Hallmark movies. Shannon loves those things. I never watched a single one until I met her. So,
I have kind
10
of
years.
heard about it, but I don't really know. Is it like separate channels with all
Well,
kinds of...
yeah, they do have separate channels, but they're like these same. It's like all of them have the exact same plot. All of them have. It's just funny because
What?
yeah, it's always someone, either the female or male, live in the city. They move back to their hometown, which is a small town, and they're either they just got divorced, their spouse just died, or died recently. Usually, sometimes there's a kid involved, but they move back to their small town and they're usually either they're going back to their small town because um, they're going back home to visit family because they haven't been there in a long time, or they're going back. It's always a love story too. Oh yeah, yeah, always, always. So they're going back home because they haven't been home in a really, really long time, and then they either run into somebody from their high school years that had a traumatic issue too recently, so they end up getting together and falling in love and blah blah. Or they go back to the small town and there's something there that needs them. Either a store is closing and it's a store that if the store closes, the town's going to fall apart, and that person will start that, or the town the town doesn't have a bakery and this person has a bakery in New York City, and they come, oh, I love the small town. And so it's like, yeah, fairy tales, right, Sheena? And they're all kind of, yes, very, very predictable storyline. You know what's going to happen every single time. But Shannon loves them. She watches them all, and they come up with new ones it's like, how do you come up with the same, and it's the same actors, because they all kind of work for that channel kind of thing, so
Oh, yeah,
a
and
lot of
I'm like, seriously, why in the
people
world?
love them. They love them.
Oh, is it?
They
Okay.
love them. They just
Sorry.
love them. Because they're so wholesome. It's kind of wholesome, like
Uh-huh.
how TV used
Yeah.
to be made. But back in the day, if you watch any of the older ones, you'll catch, like, there was
Mm-hmm.
some superstars, like the big stars were playing some of the roles, but usually it's the same same actresses and actors in there.
Hmm.
But yeah,
That to me is a little tiny bit strange, though. I don't, you know,
well,
but I
that's
do.
not the only thing that's a little bit tiny strange about us Americans.
I was thinking, or I've heard that there are a lot of, like, you know, Hallmark Christmas movies.
Oh, yes.
I
Every
think
year they came up with, I think they come out with 10 new ones a year or something like that. Oh, yeah. It's like a cult too. Yeah. It's
oh, okay.
Yeah, oh, very wholesome. No swearing, no bad words, nothing is, the most you get is maybe a kiss and, you get and it's a very wholesome kiss. It's not like anyone's gonna be making out or, no death that's horrible, there's just nothing that's gonna make it's not action. And if it is action, like well, they do have Hallmark, what is it? Something in mysteries. I do like, I mean, Hallmark they have, you're looking for wholesome stuff without all the trash because, of course, so many of those, there's so much trash now. Everything, like I told Shannon, it has to have a sex scene for it to go anywhere.
Oh yeah.
It's
Oh
like you
yeah.
can't just it's like this movie did not need that scene at all, but they have to throw that in there so that they get that other whatever interested in the movie or something. I don't know. It doesn't make sense when they throw that in there. It's like this movie didn't even need that. Why are they doing that?
Uh-huh.
So, not that, I don't watch movies like that, but it bothers me when they throw it in there for just no good reason.
Oh yeah. Me too. Hmm.
So yeah, and she loves them. That she'll watch them all year round. She'll watch the Christmas ones, and then she'll watch, what is it called? Something in Mysteries channel. Like Hallmark has a couple different channels. They have the Hallmark
Uh-huh.
Loves channel, whatever. I don't know. You resemble that, Mark. I bet you do. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like a good. What is it? I can't even think what I'm trying to say. What kind of
Unfortunately, I don't have a clue either. So
nobody can get into my brain, Mrs. Gigi. So yeah, wholesome. Yeah.
let's see. Mm, that and
I am not the best pencil colorer here, I'm noticing. Shouldn't have went with black.
practice, practice, practice.
Practice, practice, practice. All right, Mrs. Gigi, I'm practicing.
Yeah.
I think the point is I should have kept all the lines the same way. Instead, I look like a child. Movies and mysteries. That's it. Movies and mysteries by Home. Yeah, that's the channel. I like those. Some of those are pretty good.
Oh, that to me is like it. Like you say, they have different channels. Even that is.
Oh yeah, well, you have Hallmark stores or no? Have you?
We have nothing like
Oh,
no,
you don't have
you know,
Hallmark
no,
stores?
nothing Hallmark. I absolutely know what Hallmark is, and but to me, it's cards. You
Well,
know,
yeah, and I think that's of course what they are, but with stores kind of in snail mail getting not as popular and used, they had to come up with ways to make money, I think, and so they have
yeah,
their
but
TV
we don't
station.
have like Hallmark stores or anything connected to Hallmark at all, really, here in Sweden. But you can, get Hallmark cards if you order them online and things like that.
Oh. Well, our Hallmarks have really, they're not around. There's some, but they're not like they're in the 90s. They were just everywhere you turn there was a Hallmark store, but they're like far and in between now. Because you can buy
Hmm.
all the little knickknacks and they were the place to go to get the little trinkets for weddings. You need a weird gift for, and you didn't want to get them a toaster, you go and get
Oh.
them like a memory book or something there. Sometimes they had like glass trinkets, whatever the collecting was. Like, have you ever heard of the snow babies? Those little,
No,
okay,
no.
and Hallmark has their own line of Christmas ornaments that they sell, and every year that's like a big thing.
Oh,
I collect their snowmen, although I haven't got one in I think 2 years. I don't know if I've shown them
hmm.
on here or not, but I have them pretty much from the first year that they started them. But they're
Oh,
snowmen, and they're soft, they're plush, but they have a mechanism
wow.
in them that make them dance, and they play a music. You press their thing, and then they
Oh, yeah, one of
do
those.
like a
Yeah.
little dance or something. But they're not like they all look like they use the same look, like it's the same snowman throughout the years, but they just do a different song and a different theme to them every year. I'll have to
Oh,
show you if I didn't bring it. I don't think we brought them out last year. It's starting to cost me an arm and a leg in batteries because I think they take 2 batteries each. So you add that up to like 10 snowmen. It's a lot, and batteries aren't
oh,
cheap.
wow.
I take them out each year though, and I do keep them in the drawer, but they say that's not the best thing that like,
Oh, so
so like
saved.
and we use them throughout the year, so then we run out and need to, you know.
Hmm.
But yeah, like that's always Gatton's chore is to sit there and put the batteries in,
Change.
make sure they work. And if they're not working, is it the battery or is the machine not working? And haha.
Hmm.
It's like when back in the day when you had to sit and untangle all the light string, which, it's kind of
Oh,
funny.
yeah.
It's like, why back in the 80s and 70s didn't we wrap the lights like we do now? Why did our parents just throw them in wads and we'd sit there for hours and unwind? What the heck was wrong with our family? Am I the only one where the family didn't
Oh,
do
yeah, I
didn't
would
wrap
say,
'em?
I would think so. Like, were you the only one? The thing is, we don't really. I would love it to be, those. I don't really want to say it, but like American Christmas lights outside on all, the whole house is kind of covered and things
Oh,
like
yeah.
that. But it's nothing like that here. But I
Mhm.
would love it to be because of the darkness that we have.
Right. Yeah, 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 yeah. We used to when I was younger. I think that's, an age thing, or some of the people around here pay to have their houses done. I'd never pay. That's one of the best things about some of the neighborhoods. Some of the neighborhoods you're not allowed to do it yourself. Like it has to be done by a company and they have special regulations that they like you're only allowed to have this many lights and it can only I could never live in a neighborhood that was that restrictive. I don't understand it.
Oh,
But yeah,
oh.
we used to cover up the whole house. I used to do the roof. Every year we would change the colors. This was back in back when Gatton was really
Mhm.
little. Even
Mhm.
before Gatton, we would do it. And I would get up on the roof. And even though I'm afraid of heights, I'd get up on the roof and then I'd get scared to get down and they'd have to come rescue me. But yeah, I could get up there and then as long as I didn't look down, but then when I tried to get down, like getting over to the ladder scared the daylights out of me. I don't
Mhm.
do this. I would have panic attacks and have to just sit up there for a little while. It was so dumb that I would make myself do that, but I wanted to have the pretty lights. So yeah, I have a couple
Yeah.
pictures. We one year did all white, one year did all red, then we did the traditional all the different colors, and
Mhm.
I think one year we did white. And then one year we wrapped one tree in red and the next tree in white, the next tree in red, so it looked kind of like candy canes. Um,
Hmm.
it was fun. It was that that was part of the holiday was the decorating.
Oh, yeah.
And I still
Mhm.
do that in the house. I love Christmas and the smells and the colors, and I love the traditional of a
Oh, yeah.
messy tree. My tree does not. My tree has ornaments from all the different years and things that Gatton made and things that other friends have made. And, it's not,
Yeah.
yeah, it's not this whole, we buy new decorations for the tree every year so that it all looks the same. Heck no. Heck no. And then I collect the old,
Glass,
mercury
kind of
glass,
thing like that.
the old mercury
Oh.
ones. They're so pretty. I'll have to show those. The thing is I don't put those out because I have cats, so that's kind of silly that
Yeah, that was my fault because we have like glass ones too, but we don't really use them. Yeah,
yeah.
we did before the cats. We
Yeah,
did.
before there's the yesterday and there's the today.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
learned years ago that I have to tie my tree to the wall because I had my cat that was called Jackass, and he always tumbled the tree. Always. So then, well, not always, because then he did it twice, 2 times, 3 times it was, but yeah, the first time it was like, oh, just a fluke. Then the second time when
Mm-hmm.
I come home from work and it was laying in the middle of the floor, I was like, not a fluke. Not a, the first time I thought, well, maybe I just didn't have it balanced right or what. No, not a,
Mm-hmm.
he was climbing it. So from that point forward, I learned to tie my tree to the wall.
Wow.
And then
These little animals of ours.
I have Luna. Last year she was up in the tree. That was her first year. And I have a couple of pictures of her sitting up in the tree. She climbed
Yeah,
up
I
in there. And
remember you
it's an
showing us.
artificial tree too. What?
You showed us last year. I remember
Yes.
that.
Yeah, yeah. Her sitting up in there, just as proud as can be. Look where I'm at. But if I had a real tree, Abby and that, because they're used to real trees, because they were, indoor, outdoor farm cats. So they know what a tree is.
Yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
so, yeah, now I have my artificial tree, though. I never in my life thought I would get an artificial tree, but it being disabled, it's just honestly so much easier to not have to go out and try to pick one. And I miss it. I miss the real tree. I
Mm-hmm.
want to go back if I could, but they are so messy to try to clean up. And,
Oh,
since
yep.
I can't help really clean it up, because, it's nothing like it's like cleaning up something like that, clean up water, clean anything that my wheels go in, and then I wheel in it, and then I'm cleaning up, and as I'm wheeling in it, or as I'm cleaning, I'm wheeling in it, and I'm spreading it everywhere else. It's just not.
Mm-hmm. And I'm allergic to the tree, so we have like an artificial one too.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Or is that just what you say so that you don't have to clean up all the sap and
I wish that because I like the smell of real tree.
Oh, yes, yes.
Um,
Can you smell it? Like, can you get artificial scent to smell it?
yep,
Like
yep,
that? Yeah,
yeah, but that's not really the
it's not the same.
same, is
No,
it?
it's not.
Yeah, we actually tried that, but it's not really the same.
It's not. Yeah, I do the same thing. I use a lot of the pine and stuff during the winter months because I love the smell so much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A sensor that sprays air to it sprays
Oh,
air at
yeah,
the
and
cat
it's
when they get.
yeah, uh-huh. I can see that. My cats, though, Luna would go right up to Luna wouldn't care. Luna doesn't mind the vacuum cleaner. She comes right up to the vacuum cleaner when I use it. Both the big one, the big Dyson that Shannon uses, and then the small hand stick one that I use. She's all like, "Hey, what are you doing?" She's so nosy.
Oh wow.
She is. She's so nebby. She's all up in my business when I'm trying to vacuum. She's the brave one. Storm used to be, but now Storm runs.
Hmm. It's scared
This isn't
get
the
her
best.
one point or another. I don't know. It's,
Yeah, those little scat mats. I used to have those for my couches and stuff. Then I realized this is just useless. This is just. My sister had last time I was up there, she had them for her couch. And I was like, oh, do they work? She said, well, if they're turned on. I said, yes, that's what I found too. She said, what happens is we move them to sit and then we forget to put them back on. So then we come back down and they're sitting on the couch and it's mainly for the dogs because her dogs go outside, and she bought a leather couch, and she didn't want them to jump up with all their mud and stuff. So that was the main
Oh.
reason, because they don't. She
Yeah.
had her cats now passed, but I tried to get a puppy for Jughead. I said, Jughead needs a sister, doesn't he? And I held the picture up. It was from the same place that I got the same rescue that Jughead's from. And I held it up to Shannon. I was like, look, Jughead needs a sister. And she said, no, he doesn't. She said, that's another $100 worth of food every month to feed her.
Yeah, it is expensive.
Yes, and it keeps going up. I changed this food again to a different, something else, thinking, and it was only like $8 less. So I thought, save a little, and it was a good brand, I don't know if you guys have blue something. I changed from Nutro. I changed over to blue.
Okay.
What's it called? Blue, not Blue Bonnet. That's ice cream. I don't know.
I have, Teddy is allergic to all kinds of things, so he is like a hypoallergenic type. I don't even know. Like it's expensive. That's expensive.
Blue Buffalo. Yeah, I switched him over to Blue Buffalo, and he seems to be okay with it. He has a lot of issues too. He can't have like beef. Beef breaks him out. His ears get all crazy, and he can't eat beef. So he has to have like lamb or chicken and rice. That's usually chicken and rice is what I usually stick with.
Yep.
But Luna, my cat, she loves beef. It's like, cat, you couldn't take a cow down. Why do you like beef, right? I mean, right? That you're so that they would eat if they were in the wild or if they were outside, they would eat what they could catch, right? There's no cat going to be catching no cattle and eating and she loves it.
No.
Like her little, like if she could choose which snack she gets, it's the beef ones. And none of my cats like the fish ones. You know how fish,
they don't.
No, all those like fishy smell. They don't like that real strong smell, I guess. Which is good for me because that's usually what smells up your house with cat food is that real fishy smell. But they're good with not having that, so that's good. This is the best yesterday, but I'm going to put yesterday at the beginning of the book. Yesterday. And my one, I didn't do it on. I should have used a new piece of paper. I used a piece of paper that had something on the back, and there's impressions when you write, and then it goes to the next page. So there's that. It is what it is. It can't be perfect all the time. I was perfect yesterday. I'm kidding.
Oh, yep.
I'm kidding. So are you guys doing anything? You are. I think we talked about that. You're going to be going away for the holidays. You'll be going to family, right?
Yep. We are. We are going. I wouldn't say Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Boxing Day, and all those but not all the time. Maybe we will have like one day home, laundry, changing clothes, and get back on the road again or something. It hasn't really decided exactly what's.
That sounds like a normal holiday. Mine too, but I like Purina. That's what I've always fed my cats. But I tell you what, I agree with you. Crazy. A $10 bag of cat food is now $20. It's doubled in prices.
What?
That's crazy. Yeah. That's how much is my Purina cat that I buy it's a $20 bag. And it used to only be like $9.90, maybe 11 something. But it went from like $11 a bag up to 20, and now I pay anywhere between 20 and 24.
Huh. Wow.
Yeah, I can't believe it. So, yeah, I pay over you know, just over $100 a month just in pet food. Cheese and crackers. I need to start growing some cattle or something so that I can have it butchered. I can butcher it and I'll keep all the food, the good meat for myself, and then I'll keep all the scrap for my dogs and my cats. Luna would like it. Luna would like it.
I'm feeling like we had actually talked about it like last week, but the kids, when they were all home with all the friends and things,
Yes.
we had, I don't really know exactly how much, but it was really, really a big amount of milk,
Oh.
going through our house. A lot of milk drinking kids. So we were actually at one point just like, what if we'll just get our own cow or something, because
Right.
that's going to be cheaper in the long run.
You're probably right. Crazy.
Yeah.
How's your son and his girlfriend? Any marriage ideas yet? Have we heard?
No,
No?
nothing really.
Mm,
We'll never know.
you never know, right?
We'll never know.
Tell him your internet friend is waiting patiently.
Yeah.
Patiently
Oh,
waiting.
yeah, that would have been something. I don't know if he will.
He'd be like, who? What?
They know. You know, he actually, I would say all of my kids are following me online, different types of
Ah,
things.
yeah. And
Especially
you're, I'm sorry, go ahead.
the daughters. Well, the 3 daughters I have.
Well, I was going to ask your oldest daughter, is she home or is she still, I can't remember what the,
Oh no, she's not.
she
She's
isn't. Okay, she got her place and right.
Yep.
That's what I thought, but I couldn't remember if she moved home, but I think that I'm thinking of Pam, her daughter moved back home, so I think that's who I'm thinking about.
Uh-huh. Let's see if I can do something like this.
I hear you, Barry. Our pets sometimes eat better than I do. The Jug's food is probably better than the crap I eat. That blue buffalo is probably
Sometimes you kind of think, because you'll never know. Looking into, I haven't really done that, but into, the nutrition type thing on the
Oh,
back.
yeah.
Yeah, I would say that.
Yeah.
Might be better than ours sometimes.
Yeah. Probably better than like some of the processed stuff I eat.
Oh, yeah,
too much
definitely.
processed stuff.
The spelling on that.
I just went on to working on my hand stitching here that I'm doing. Good coffee and donut. Where's ours, Jen? Why didn't you bring the trolley?
Are you working on those squares?
Still working on the squares, yeah. Yeah. Just trying to get enough so that I can make a mini book here. Come up with some ideas the other day, I think on Monday with the chat, with some more ideas I could use to sew, and definitely loving what Lizzie has done.
Oh, me too. Me too,
I
definitely.
love
Like
the little
that's,
game she's doing. I mean, how fun is that?
I
Right? I
have
mean,
loads of videos. I have a whole playlist with hers, but I love them. And
yeah.
like I told you, like last week, I think for me at least, it has to do with the season we are in because I love to just be actually at our fireplace with needles and threads and things.
I
Just
think that's why I do my fibers in the winter. I think that's exactly why. It's the season. It's you just wanna sit, you don't yeah, you can be all cuddled up and doing it. That's why I used to do my sewing not online. I always did it in my room because I could cuddle up with my blanket, with my heating pad on me, keep me nice and warm. Yep.
so this is kind of my yeah, this this will be my final thing here.
Oh, perfect. Look at that.
And this, I don't know if you have um, seen a TV screen like this. This is from actually a childhood memory because here in Sweden during, and I would say, I'm born 1980,
Mhm.
and here in Sweden during the day, normally they had like news reports and things in the morning time. During the day, when I was around like 8 or 9 years old, they wouldn't have any TV on, like anything. It
What?
would be this picture instead on the TV
Wow, no
screen.
wonder you guys are so much better than we are.
So,
We just sat around and watched
I
TV.
always, when I came home from school in the afternoon, and
Yeah.
it was kind of, this is it's military time, but it's 3:30 p.m.
Uh-huh.
So normally when I came home from school, I was like, oh, it's beginning. It's just, a couple of minutes left because they had like a teen show type thing going. And I was, oh, it's soon starts.
Oh,
So, and then before that, and in early morning hours and things like that, they all had this type of screen on the TV too.
yeah. We had something like that overnight. It used to be TV shut off, I think usually after, like, there was Johnny Carson and stuff, and then TV about I
Mm-hmm.
think at, like, 2 AM, it would go offline, and it would just beep, it would beep. I remember it, which was so funny, and you would get, like, a rainbow, or no, you would get snow. It would just be snow. It would
Oh yeah,
literally
black and white,
off
like yeah.
yeah, it would be off air, and then it would come back on at, like, I guess, 5 o'clock in the morning or whatever, and news would start. But, yeah, during the day, no, they had stuff, during the day was all of the all kinds of talk shows and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if back in the day, like, back in the '40s and '50s when t the first TVs, I suppose they could
Mm-hmm.
have TV shows all day long, I would imagine, maybe, I don't know. But that's pretty crazy that you guys
Yeah,
didn't have
I
to run that
remember.
during the week. I guess that's to make sure that even housewives were doing their housewife duties, that they
Yeah,
weren't just sitting there wa
I
that they weren't just
remember.
sitting there watching TV all day. Yeah.
Oh, they would do in like an emergency test screen. Oh, they do. Yeah, this was
I think
like
that was at the end and then at the beginning, right, Jen? Like, they would do the beep, and then it would fade off the shh. Could you even find a station that does that? I bet you not. That goes
not
off
nowadays. Nowadays it's like 24/7. There's no stop at all. It's always something.
right.
But this was their way to like test all the colors, and then there was this sound to it too, like to test out all the different colors, and there was like a blinking thing going on sometimes to test that, and you know.
Oh, look here's somebody that knows. Barry says those transmitters back in the day ate a lot of energy. Some TV stations played the national animal and then went off. Yeah, that's true. I remember that. Yeah, they would play the yeah. Yeah, I remember the national anthem, and then they would come on. Yeah, yeah. Huh. That's crazy. Yep, that was definitely yesterday, Mrs. Gigi.
Yeah. So that will represent, and then of course, the thing that we are not allowed to sing, and a little bit of black and white.
Yeah, very nice. I like it. Good job. Nothing came to mind. I just wasn't. So I just wrote the word like yesterday. I just did a little
Yeah.
rainbow yesterday. Oh, I want to write
Mm-hmm.
a date on it though. So at least it's something.
Yes, though. So let's see. Week 40. Is it week 46? I think it is.
How about I just almost made it to year 32? That was wrong. Not right.
So the thing I have no clue. Do you remember the YouTube blanket type thing that I was? I am actually a little bit sad because I haven't. I have no clue where it is.
I don't know what you mean, YouTube black.
YouTube blank. I was working on, just slow stitching and do whatever type thing on
Oh,
adding squares, rectangular fabric pieces, all
yeah.
those scrap bits and pieces of, well, I have no clue what, just adding and adding and adding. And I did that. I think it was 2022. I started it. But I have no clue where it is.
You didn't throw it. Maybe you
Um,
threw it away.
no, that one I did not, because it started out, I think it actually started out in like 2020. Or let me think. Yeah, it started out 2020 because my daughter wanted me to make like a blanket for her dolls. Um, but then it just became something else because I kept it.
Hmm.
No worries at all, Barry. Showing his age, is it?
Hmm. He's not that old. Don't let him tease you. He's not
Mm.
that much older than me. I think he's like the age of my aunt, which, my favorite aunt that I talk about all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yep.
not all the time, but yeah, I mentioned that. That's more my bestie
So,
than an aunt.
oh, yeah. Were you that close in age?
6 years. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
closer than my sister and I. My sister and I are 8 years apart.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Let's see. I'm kind of tempted to do one thing, but I don't know. I don't know if I will, because I don't know when I have time to do it if I don't do it now. I have kind of started my December daily,
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
but it's literally scrap bits and pieces. This is the page. I have no clue what I'm going to do with that. If I have like dangly things in here or something. Uh, Literally just scrap bits and pieces that I put together like this.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm tempted to kind of work on that because you
I won't.
never
I
know.
won't tell anyone that you did that in November. I won't. You can even date it. Date it December. Whatever the date is today, December. You can do the
Yeah.
15th instead. We'll just
Mm-hmm.
pretend today's December, not November.
Yeah, we'll be there soon.
So soon. So
Mm-hmm.
soon. I think I'll be switching from Nightbot, guys. I think I'm gonna head over to Streamlabs. I've used before I got my computer, I had set it up. Remember the games and you guys could check your
Oh,
hours and
yep.
all that? Remember that? But then my computer wouldn't run it. It was bogging down my computer, so I kind of just stopped. I stopped working on it. Well, the other day I remembered, oh my goodness, I have one of those accounts and I had that game set up because I have a game where you collect mixed media coins.
Yep.
I was working on, mixed media coins. So I went and I looked at it. I was like, oh, look at there. Yeah. Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right. So I was like, oh, and it does everything Nightbot does plus more, like there's less figuring out the code for Nightbot. So
that sounds way better than Nightbot, actually.
it keeps how long you've watched me, how your hours, it counts like there's games you can play and then you can earn coins and then there's, with those coins I could make up things that you could use those coins for. And so yeah, I thought about yeah. So yeah, I was kind of working on that the other day, bringing it back up to
that's really
I have to update all kinds of things in it, and then I have to work on it in here because I was working on it in the living room on my laptop, and on my laptop definitely can't run anything. It's really just I just nodded this. It's a basic laptop. It's like real basic. It's just for word processing. Even though I used to run my stream on it, it really was it was really tough on it. And then it tricked me and I downloaded 11 onto it. Now it won't do crud. It like doesn't have enough to run anything. And that's ridiculous. It's like, okay, now I've updated and I don't know how I would take it back down to 10 because I don't, it came in pre-installed, so I don't have any of the information I mean, I maybe guess there's a way to do it, but I'd have to figure it out. And do I really want to do that anymore? I used to like that kind of stuff, and now it's like I don't want to be bothered. Now I understand when like your mother and stuff would be like with the newfangled whatever, your parents are like, I don't want to be bothered with that. But mom, it's so much more it's so helpful and it's so, it's new and it's what everyone's using. But mom and dad or grandparents would be like, I don't want to, like when the internet first came out, they didn't want to be bothered with that. Now,
yep, definitely.
families probably can't live without it or close to it, but I remember when it first came out, my mom had nothing to do with the internet,
Yep. Oh, thank you.
Oh,
thank you so much, Jen. And I'm really, really glad to see that you're crafting for yourself next year. Wow. That's a big difference.
Yeah, because then you're not trying to do it what somebody else would like. You're doing for you. I agree.
I'm debating with myself if I want to put something underneath or not. It's to the point. I don't know. This is one of those projects that I really need to sit like for a whole weekend or something, just think about, and it will grow on me, and then suddenly it's finished.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, Jen, that is great to work on you things instead of not consignments. Whatever that is that you do when your art for the other people, when you're making things for others.
Oh, let's see. There is a program called Jelly Bean that can scan your device and find all the keys for Microsoft and others. Oh.
Hey, cowboy. How you doing, honey? Oh, there we go.
Sorry for me laughing. I read the next comment there. I know now exactly what I'm gonna start.
Ooh,
A little bit silly. I think I've done it. Like I started it 3 years ago. I haven't really done anything other than, I don't know. Is it really visible? Even I don't know.
I see a piece of
Can you
fabric. Oh,
can
there's
you see what's on there?
barely. I can see something, but I don't know.
Yeah,
Hold it up.
like
Oh, are
here
those
is
cats?
Santa.
Oh, sunset. Oh, the deer.
Santa,
Oh,
and there is a reindeer and the
yeah.
moon.
Yes, I see it now.
Uh,
Okay.
uh, and then there are houses.
Yep, I see.
Yeah,
Okay. Are you
down here.
embroidering these? Or you?
Yes,
Oh,
that's
fun.
my kind of thing. Like I'm thinking of, and I did, I was thinking of doing it last year, but now it's one of those things that will start. So
Yeah. Very good. I like that you drew it out. I was thinking that just the other day. I haven't done that kind of embroidery in probably 2 years, to where I drew something out and worked on it, like probably even longer. I think the last thing I did was probably one of my samples, like that sample peace sign where I drew out
mm-hmm,
all the different things. I've been wanting to take a stencil, like some of my stenciling,
mm-hmm.
and do it with embroidery, almost like I'm doing this, but I'm
Yeah,
doing it with all different pieces, but doing layers of
yeah. I'm
embroidery,
thinking. Yeah,
stencils.
I'm thinking. Having fabric pieces cut into size for the houses and then embroider up to, on them
Yeah,
to
yeah.
create the, yeah. So I've actually collected a little bit, bits and
Oh, yeah,
pieces for each house.
yeah.
And yep, it's gonna take a kind of
It will
a
take until
couple of,
2025, but that's
yep,
okay.
it will.
That's all right.
Um, let's see what game that might be too. That's too close. Purple house, a red house. We will start with the green one.
And it's a good idea. We'll see where that idea goes, if it comes out of my thoughts and into my hands.
Let's see which one. Let's go with that one down here, maybe. And the thing is, was tempted to buy
I
one of
like
those
that
small
game.
little iron. Yep. To me, it is not really Christmas in that sense, but I like it because it gives me an opportunity to, embroider up on with black or whatever. I have no clue. It's just in my mind. I've never done something like this, so do not judge, please.
Never, never.
It's kind of a thing.
It's all good. We wouldn't do that.
I want to have it up.
Jen might, but I would never. You know that Jen. She's like that. Right, Jen?
For those that don't really know me, I just do this for fun. That's my view on this whole thing.
And you.
Whatever I do.
Hey, Brenda A. Peeking in. Are you peeking around the corner? We see you.
That's kind of
We see
right.
you, Brenda.
It's in there.
Brenda does all kinds of fun stuff, like way fun. Like I want to be her buddy, her in life buddy, actually, because she goes to like mixed media things, and she like does things. Not like us that sit here on our computer and do things. She does things. Hi, Brenda. I hope that's you. Watch it not be her. She's probably sitting there saying, no, I sit here on my butt all day watching you. No. You're who I'm thinking. You take all those classes, don't you? Isn't that you? I think it's her. Pretty sure it's her.
I don't even know if I'm
right now she's probably
right
on her way to some sort of class. Right now, I just know it.
For me, I don't know if I would like that actually, because to me, I started this whole thing being something that I liked because it was relaxing.
Yeah, yeah.
So it was a way for me to just do something else in the middle of my really, really stressful life that I had. So I don't know if I would love to have. I don't know. Yeah, it's hard.
Some people, though, Mrs. Gigi, that's relaxing for them. Like for
Yep.
my sister running around and doing things like that. And seeing for me, I guess I can relate back in the day, like going out and going shopping and going to all the stores. That was relaxing to me. Now I would much rather that would not be, that's not enjoyable
Sit
to
on
me.
the couch sewing.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. And she would think she's like, yeah, no. I mean, I don't know. I don't think she's ever watched a single episode of my stream. It's just not, she can't, maybe she has stopped in, but like to sit and like see what the heck I do, forget it. That's not her.
I was like that, and then my
I don't know.
life
I think
in a way kind of collapsed.
I think it's my age has definitely. She does a lot of sitting on your butt. On my butt? You sit on my butt? Art therapy. That's what she was going to art therapy. That's it. And she's waiting on.
Oh yeah, that's a totally different thing. I've done that too.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
The
She's been going
thing.
like
That's
that.
the best thing that I've ever done. Actually, I love doing the art therapy things like that. Yep, that was amazing. Now I'm thinking about it.
Hey, Debbie, have you gone to sleep yet? She's our insomniac over there in
Oh no!
in Australia.
Hey, hey, hey!
Hey, yo.
Doing this in my own way. If you're kind of thinking of about giving me some sort of advice here.
Brenda's sitting on her butt, not my butt. Oh, okay. All right. Makes more sense that way. But you just never know.
See, that's the size of the house, the chimney. Let's see, it's there.
Yeah, our age does change us, doesn't it, Jen? Gosh darn it. Our kids grow up.
Yep.
Look, I put a Scrabble piece on. I don't know if it's going to stay. I'm trying. I've got a heck of a mess back here, but it's okay. It's not really embroidery, right? I can make a little bit of a mess. It's hand stitching.
Let me think. Oh, yep. I would love to, do proper embroidering up to the point where you cannot see, front and back exactly the same.
Yes.
I remember my grandma used to do that, and she was really, really, really good at it.
Yeah, that's how I was taught. I was never good at it, but that's how I was taught, and that was a hard thing when I first started doing this kind of sewing was not worry, just make the front, it's kind of a thought process when you because of,
Yep.
that's how you learn it, so you just kinda continue, and then it's like, "Well, this is just a totally different kind of stitch. When I do this, that's what I tell myself. It's a different stitch. You don't this is how you do it, not like that." Or else I would be so it would take me so much longer
Mm-hmm.
making sure
Yep.
your stitches were all the same size and 6:20 in the AM with some coffee and do you have a koala on your lap? Coffee and a koala. How about that?
Oh, that would have been something.
Except I hear they're pretty aren't they mean? Can't they be really mean? Maybe I'm thinking I know kangaroos. I don't think kangaroos isn't are wallabies smaller than kangaroos? People
I
have
would say
those
yes, but
people
I'm
have
not
those
sure.
for there's not very many, but there's some around here. There's some people around here that have them as pets because
The thing that amazes me. Why in the world do you have like? For me, it's wild. Like it's a
oh yeah, like why
wild.
would you have a kangaroo as a
Uh,
pet?
yeah, no, I would definitely say like a cat or a dog or a hamster or those kind of animals.
What about what
or
about what about a
or
sheep? I want to have a sheep. Can I have a sheep, Mrs. Gigi? As a
if
pet?
you live on a farm, you can.
If I
Yes.
live in a farm, but she's not going to allow me have one in the city because that's just
No.
dumb. Like the people that have big old pigs in the city, potbelly pigs as a pet in the city. What the
Oh, that to me is, but maybe that's just me. I don't know. But then again, it's illegal to have those kind of animals here, so
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
maybe why. Because there are so much, of a
There's certain animals you
regulation
can
of
yes,
things.
there's some animals, like, you have to have special permits, each state here is different. Florida, down there, they can have pretty much it's crazy what you can have down there. You can have almost anything. But each state has different regulations, and you have to have different licensing to have certain types of different animals and such. But, like, hedgehogs, you know how you've said that they're just wild animals
Hmm.
over there, like they're like mice and stuff to us? Or that's how I see them. 'em. I'm like, if they ran around wild, that'd be like a mouse running around for us, like they're small and they're more of a pain in the butt than they are a pet, right? But here they're pets. You don't just see at least I've never seen a hedgehog running around wild. But
Here,
yeah,
we definitely have them only wild. Uh, it's illegal to have them indoors in a house if and things like that. But then they have like wildlife rescue centers, and they can of course have them. But
right. Huh. Okay.
other than that,
That's
it's
kind of like if our like raccoons, although there are some states that you're allowed to have a raccoon as a pet, but mostly they're wild animals, and because they carry so much, they carry uh, oh
like a
rabies.
disease
They
or
carry,
something. Oh,
yeah, they carry rabies so bad that
oh,
they're
we
not
don't
really
have that
kept.
here.
Only rescues are to have them, and but
Oh,
like
we
I've
don't
seen,
have rabies.
you don't have rabies? Wow.
No.
What's up?
That thing that you want me to, I need headphones for it.
Do you not have headphones?
Not that go with the C port.
What do you mean?
Because my phone doesn't have a headphone jack.
Oh, you have to do it on your phone?
Yeah, they're all mobile game.
Okay. In my room, there's two sets. One set is, I think, in a little container that opens up and closes, and one set is in a little thing that's not open and closed. I think both sets have one side broke, so.
Perfect.
So
I love the explanation. Those little thingy, blah blah blah.
yeah, the little thingy with the clamp, and you come to my house, make a left at the blue house.
Oh yeah.
Go straight until you see the cow in the middle of the road, and then you're gonna come. He knew exactly.
Yep.
Exclamation point
Oh.
share, Debbie. Exclamation point share. No space. Look at that, guys. Ooh. Ooh, that really looks sparkly. Let's see. Did you find them? Okay. Actually, those ones just are missing. They both work. The one just is missing the padding. He has joined, well, he's trying to join a, it doesn't make a lot of money, and he's done some research, and so have I. So we looked at the pros and the cons and all that, but he found a companies with an S where you game testers.
Oh.
And I told him, you know, if they will hire you, it's something's better than nothing, and it will get you in the door to start doing something. So I don't, you know, I don't care. I just am happy that it's something. I told him enough is enough.
Oh, yep.
And he's
totally get. I
moving
totally
on. So he's moving on to do it. So I'm proud of him.
Oh, that might be something nice. No, really.
But yeah, we read all the, you know, the cons is pretty much that they don't pay well at all, because you're like the bottom feeder of gaming, of the game design process. And then they work you tons of overtime when the game is releasing, which to me as an adult, that makes sense, because if the game is going to be releasing, of course they're going to be working you extra to make sure that all those bugs. Now there was some other things about it that didn't sound the best, like they make them work on quotas a lot of times, and that doesn't let you find all the bugs that you want to find. So some of the companies that make you work that way, some of the people that have been working there longer know the game, so they will just I guess you find the bug, and then it gets sent to be fixed, and then it comes back to you, and you have to try and make sure that it's been fixed. Well, I guess a lot of the times, because they're on a quota, they just
What happened there? We have no clue. Hello, Becca. What happened? Did he pull a plug or something? I have no clue. Unfortunately, you have to look at what I do a little bit. I'm trying to do something here. I have no...
I am back. I don't know what happened.
I don't know either.
I totally lost you.
Yep.
I think my internet must have went down, because I went down on YouTube and everything.
Oh, please don't tell us that it's... well, I don't know, the same thing as last time. So I'm trying to create houses here. So I'm thinking, I would slow stitch around.
Yeah, they look like houses to me. That was weird.
What was weird?
Now what is it trying to do here? No.
Your connection?
Yeah, now it's telling me to complete an action using Alexa. What the? What's going on, computer? Did I lose you? Okay.
I have no clue.
This is
So we're
weird.
going with a red house over here, maybe, or a smaller one. Love to have a smaller one because that's tall. Or a higher one up here. Oh, sorry. Sorry. I'm thinking I'll have to slide the thing. Are you with us?
I am here.
Oh, yeah. It was so quiet. So,
I was trying to make sure that I was connected on YouTube, so I must be. Yep. Weird. Wonder if it kicked anybody else off or if it's just, I don't know. Strange.
Yep, it is.
People are
Those
strange.
things.
And you're a stranger. Let's see. This is going to be
Small
rough.
little tiny pieces. You always get those smaller tiny pieces. No matter what you try, you always get scrap bits.
Yeah, no
over.
matter if you're using your scrap bits or not, you still have scrap bits. I agree. I suppose Lizzie did a thing where you just sew that onto felt or whatever onto, I guess that's the only way you can get rid of those, all of your scrap pieces is take the scraps and just with your machine and just sew, you know what I mean? She took those and just
Yeah.
laid them down and sewed them.
The thing is, I saw Janet's video using like cutting these small little bits and pieces to tiny with netting and like
Oh, yeah,
bottom,
somebody
and
was
then
telling me about that. Yeah.
so I was thinking like cutting this, and then she created like a new fabric. It was like a fabric piece or
Oh, maybe it was
fabric.
you that was telling me.
Yeah,
I think it might
because I saw
last week.
the video last week,
Yeah.
and then anyways, she added it into, or you could add it into a journal, like folding it, and then you have like a signature or like a cover.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I mean, that uses it up. I was gonna say you could also cut it into small pieces and use it to stuff something. Like if you're doing
Oh,
little hand sewed
absolutely.
stuff something, that would use up the last of your little pieces too.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a bad idea. Yes, I just
Thinking
gave
here.
myself props for that. I really did. That's not a bad idea, Rebecca. Cheese and crackers. Funky bow
Now
tie.
thinking, should I go yellow on the house over here or more Christmassy? Or purple. I do have a purple one too.
Well, I'm going, my vote would be purple because I'm a purple people eater. But what does everybody else think? What color should she go? Not that she'll necessarily do what you guys say, but we always do like your input.
Yep. And then I have another red, but I'm not too sure about that one. Like this is another version of. This is a brighter red over here. The dotted purple. Yeah, I was thinking about that.
Ooh. Yeah. How long are you going to be? Are you going to be able to be on for at least another 30 minutes or so?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, I will be back. I forgot to use the restroom, the toilet, before I came on. So let me go do that.
Yep. Let's see. Put it up here. I have used this fabric before, apparently. Just cut it to kind of make a straighter edge. A good sleeving pattern. That's hard. That's really hard. And I don't know if it has something to do with, I wouldn't say it, of course, I know exactly what the problem is. I have all my friends scattered all over the world. So to me, it's literally, either Australia or the US or different parts of Europe. So it's different time zones. That's what it is. At least for me. Which means, of course, not really to yeah. I don't know if you know, I do study and work, so I'll kind of get the weekends off to my study and friends all over the world. And I kind of feel sometimes it's a little bit too much, but I kind of like it anyway. Let's see, is it usable? Is it usable? I think it is. It's gonna be usable. Have a wonderful sleep, Debbie. Hopefully it will be a good one. Something like that. And then of course I will slow stitch something in there too. I'm looking. Kind of cutting it to size. Am I going to save this? This is one of those tricky, no, I'm not going to save this. Bye bye. And can actually go a little bit higher up. Cutting, I don't know why, but it's important. There. I am really happy to be able to have all kinds of beautiful friends. And I so wished that I could go visit all of you sometimes. It will be hopefully in the near future, but we'll never know. I've told my husband that I want to have like an RV and going through all, all the states. I wouldn't say all, of course, but because his dream is to have an RV and going the Route 66, like from start to end, sometimes in his life. And yep, combining that with visiting all of you would be kind of nice. Or, going, of course, I know that Route 66 doesn't really go to all of you, but you can kind of have a start. So we do have the houses. I'm thinking using black and white thread. Oh, in the UK, just better see Route 6 while you can. Yeah, that's the thing. That's exactly the thing, Barry. And that's in a way, it's sad. But we will definitely. I've been in the US, but my husband hasn't really been. It's one of, a dream of his to go there. And then of course the RV type of thing too. But yeah, I don't really. I remember a movie, but I don't really remember the name. It was like a disabled. It was disabled boy with his dad, and I think it could have been a brother or a friend going to visit like national parks, and like it was like a Guinness Book of Record type trip, the world's largest this and that, and the world's smallest this and that, whatever it was. Oh wow. But the thing was, they visited throughout the US with this trip and this disabled guy, all those kind of strange places. No, it's not Rain Man. It's a more recent one than that. It's Route 6 is part of. It's yeah. My husband is all into those type of things. It's very so yeah, and of course, we live here in Sweden in a really tiny. I wouldn't say town because it's literally just a bunch of houses. It has a school. It has like a daycare, um, and then of course like a little convenience store type thing. It has a dentist and the doctor's office and a public library. But that's again kind of like what you need. And then like they have like a home for actually have it's double up. It has like a home for disabled people, and then they have a home for like the elderly. Oh, hello and welcome back.
My town is
So
called a village. I was just reading, they said something about villages are called small towns.
yeah, because my town isn't really a town. It's like a bunch of houses.
Yeah.
And then the school is literally in the middle of it all. Oh, the little house in the oh, I love that. Oh, no, yeah. In a way, when I'm out on my deck, it's yeah, it's not really a prairie you can see, but you can see miles and miles. Yeah, it's a beautiful. I don't know. Have I showed you the view sometimes? I don't. Have you? Have I? I have to do that, especially in the summertime. It's a beautiful view from my deck.
I think I have seen a picture. I think one year you showed us, I believe you showed a picture. I remember.
Yeah, but I was thinking. Oh yeah, the walks. Yep. But I think you, Jen, have seen. I don't know. Well, I have the funny thing with the walks, and I don't know if it's the same thing in the US, but literally where like 99.5% of Sweden is Wi-Fi connected somehow. And so even though you are like literally in the middle of the woods, you can get like a connection. So yeah, that's really good.
I mean, we're all connected by roads, but it's so big that, you know, like my little town, the village town,
Mm-hmm.
but it's literally like on paperwork it's a village, and the little sign outside where you come through, it says the village of, but
Mm-hmm.
you know, it's all done by population. Is that how
Yep.
y'all's are done? Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then they have, and I don't know if it works the same way, because in this, I wouldn't say the center of the village, but you know, closest to the school in my case. And then they were all scattered, you know, small farms and other houses, you know, further away from. So those, at least here, are included in the village, even though they are not really in the center village.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, our place, our my home, this town that I grew up in, we have they have uh when I was growing up, we didn't even have a gas station in town anymore. They used to back in the day because of course it was in the oil, right in the oil
Mm-hmm.
you know, boom. So there was a couple gas stations, but they all went away, and it was just a little store, little convenience store, mom and pop owned convenience store that carried stuff during the week. And now they did get, you know, now they put in gas pumps and they're the only gas place, but they needed it because you couldn't get from one like city down to the next town or city. You needed a gas, they needed it, or you know, people weren't traveling through, so they opened up a gas
Oh.
station. They added gas to their place. Unfortunately, one of the dollar stores they built right across the street from this little mom and pop store, which just broke my heart.
Oh
The only thing that's keeping
no.
them afloat is that they have gas and the dollar place doesn't. But people will go there to get their like their daily milk and bread and stuff like that. Where if you ran
Uh-huh.
out of milk and bread, you ran down to the local, you know, where I used to work as a kid. You know,
Oh
now it's
yeah.
cheaper, of
Mm-hmm.
course, to go there because they can buy it. They buy it in bulk, and they have their, you know, where, you know, the mom and pop, sometimes they were buying it right off the store shelves at the local city. You know, they'd go into the city and buy it off the shelf sometimes if they had to, just so that they'd have something there for people, you know, and they'd have to mark it up a little bit. But if somebody didn't have
Mm-hmm.
a car or whatever and they needed milk and bread for their kids, at least they had a place to buy it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But nowadays, so they have that nowadays, and they're right across the street, right on the main interstate that goes up and down. Uh, and then you go across the river into town, and there's just a stop sign, one stop sign in town. And if you're turning right, you don't have to stop.
Oh yep. Mm-hmm.
So that's it. That's all that's in town. That's it. And the school isn't even a count. Well, it's now a charter school. They
Uh-huh.
closed it down. They tried to bring it back. They closed it down, and now it's just a charter school. And but no police. They haven't had a police in town for years. I understand it. We used to, when I was a kid, there used to be a guy that would do his off duty policing as a police officer in town, but he'd get speeders and, you know, that's about it. He knew all the local kids, so even if they were having a party, he knew where it was, and he just would make sure that they were
Mm-hmm.
safe and stuff. But we have a volunteer. All of our fire department is volunteer. So usually the house burns down before, you know, everybody comes in from the city, because the city where they would be coming from is, you know,
It's
35,
far.
45 minutes
Mm-hmm.
away. Yeah, where they worked, you know. So Yeah, you don't want a fire up there. That's not that's the
Mm-hmm.
scary thing.
Here they have, we have a local fire station and things, but they always have, with the ambulances, they have like the helicopter airlifted. So
Yeah.
if something happens, because the ambulance and it is, I would say, the nearest station is 45 minutes away or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So they always airlift from, and that takes like a couple of minutes
Yeah.
from the field.
We used to have a ambulance, but the way that they do ambulance now, it seems like now it's all contract work. So they don't even have anyone there in town that's like an EMS. They have people that can do
Oh.
emergency like CPR and such. And then
Mm-hmm.
Shannon's sister, if she's in town, she's a paramedic, right? I think
Uh-huh.
that's higher
Mm-hmm.
than EMS, whatever is the higher. She is
Yeah,
that, and
yeah.
she'll respond. If they need somebody that has she will go and respond. She's a volunteer fire, so she'll go and use her skills if it's need be.
Mm-hmm.
But I live, yeah. Now our small town that I live in now, the town itself is small. Like the city of Liberty Hill now, I guess they call it. I don't know what they call it, but you know, it's so vast that yeah, it's very strange. But
Mm-hmm.
where I
Mm-hmm.
live, I have to get the county to come out. The city won't come out. Like if I need
Oh.
police or
Mm-hmm.
whatever.
Yeah, because of your disability and things, they don't have,
No,
or
because
is
I
it?
live so far out. Because I live so far out of
Oh, okay,
town, and
okay.
they don't service my area.
Mm-hmm.
So I would call the state or the county to come out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, really? Liberty is the name of the county seat. That's funny.
I'm going through here thinking, should I have like, really, really bright, outstanding colors on each house, or
Oh, that would be
hmm.
fun. Like, put the yellow on a different one. Like, use the color of the house.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah.
Then it would stand out. Or because if you use the same, you won't be able to see it. And the stitching is kind of what the fun part is, isn't it?
Yep.
That's what that's what I would do.
But I was thinking, should I go like, this, like blue, like a totally different type?
Oh. Oh. Yeah, why'd you have to throw that choice in there?
Yeah.
I was fine with the other choice. Let's see. I don't know. Hmm.
Hmm. Or just mix and match, have yellow there, maybe green on this one, and because I do want it to show too.
What do y'all guys give Mrs. Gigi some thoughts?
This is kind of hard for me, because do I want to have it like, a real deal type of thing going, or just, I don't really, you know,
Jen
and
likes
then
the
just
warm
go with the
color.
flow.
But Jen,
Just
do you
go
think
with.
she should mix and match them or one same color all the way through? Like pick like the goldenrod there and do goldenrod all the way through?
I know it looks like fall colors. That's why I'm thinking like, oh, maybe I will use this bright blue on something. Let's do that. That's way more fun. So I will go bright blue on that. You know, it's not really a thing that I would use or show, or this is just for the fun of it.
Yeah.
The process of creating, you know, you all know me by now. I would even go, you know, something like this might be nicer than the other. Pink, maybe? Pink.
I'm cutting this off. I don't like it.
There. That's the way to go.
You like that one? That screams, hello, I'm here. I like it. I like it. Bright is good.
You never know the end results anyway, so that's
And you could change your mind after the third
Yep.
stitch, you know?
Yep. The beauty of the whole thing.
Yep. Like
And of course, my favorite.
Cutting this off right now. Don't like it.
My favorite needle is not here, but
I'm
thinking, is that the same?
I feel your pain. I still haven't found a favorite needle yet for embroidery.
That's kind of the same. Let's go with that. This is even a little bit bent. Now thinking even further. I was thinking snow on these, but that might be like something like melted candy or something.
You're going to melt some candy on it? All right. Try the candy. Let your kids try the candy first.
What do you have there? This is the part where it's. Let's see, I never know how much how much thread am I going to use?
Oh, I don't know. And I end up cutting a new piece every dang time. It's like, oh, this is going to be plenty. And then it's way too much. And then oh, this is going to be way too much. And then I have to cut some. And yeah, I'm not good at that whole. And then I cut way too much and then it tangles up. Oh, yeah, it's just, it's a process.
It is. See, but I will divide them a little bit because it's kind of thick with 6 strands of threads in this. See, it might be ending up where I have my favorite needles somewhere. I think I know exactly where, but so now I feel, do I want to change those like that? Yep. We will just add those to the side, make the whole process easier. Let's see, do I want to have that underneath? Maybe. Yeah, at least we have somewhere to start. Now I know that this will take like the whole, let's see, if I will go, don't want to have, I haven't really decided on what to do. This is actually in the beginner stage of it all. which means that I will might change my mind and do all different type of thing in the end.
That's the great part about art. And that art is different for everybody. That's another one that I love. That just because my art isn't what you think is art, it's still art, right? I love it.
Absolutely the best thing of all. It's the best thing.
Yep. Mhm.
And then of course you won't really see the edges here because it will be covered. So
Ooh.
so I can see myself doing this the whole weekend,
There
even
you
though I
go.
would sit with something else.
Hmm. Is baking cookies for the holidays or baking cakes and sweets for the holidays a thing there, or is that an American?
Oh, yep, absolutely.
Oh, is it? Do you do any cakes or candy making for the holidays?
We, gingerbread cookies and lussekatter, Swedish. I think I've shown you, like, it's kind of like a
Cool.
saffron bun.
Oh, uh-huh. I think I remember.
I talked about it last year. I remember showing you on screen too, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so that's one of those, and of like a gingerbread house building, and mostly I would say everything saffron. Expensive, but kind of nice. But then again, I don't know. Of course we do have candy at Christmas time and things like that, but it's not really that sweet of a whole. I don't know. It's
We used to make hard candy. My mother, that was something that she, I guess, did with her family when she was younger. So when I was little, we used to make hard candy, like hard tacks and just all different kinds of candy. But
yeah, that's could that be like that's like a German thing because we do
it's
that too. I'm
very
thinking like
possible because the family is, I have really strong family, uh, German influence in my
yep,
family.
yep. Yeah, we
With
do
we
have
talked
those
about
type.
Knadel's last year. Remember the bread balls, the
Yep,
Knadel?
yep.
We talked about those. Those are very popular in my family for New Year's, and that's
Yep,
I know German.
it is. Yeah, but I'm thinking for me it's because of the not Swiss German
Mhm.
heritage that we have. So I know exact. Oh, I would now. Now I wish that I could have one right now, actually, but that's because I'm. Mm, Christmas is all about eating, and then realizing, you have been eating for a couple of days, like I
Yeah,
don't really need anymore,
and
and
then New
then
Year's is all about
uh,
losing, and then we
oh,
circle it all around because then by the time you lose all the weight you gained around Christmas, it's time to start.
yep,
It takes you the whole
exactly,
year to lose it.
yep. I
Gosh.
tend to not really have any, resolutions or
Yeah.
anything.
Oh, yeah. No.
No,
I
nothing
I
like that for me.
Yeah, I've never done the whole resolution thing.
Hmm.
I've never made one that I could keep. So, maybe if
Oh,
I,
maybe that's.
maybe if I kept the resolution that I could try to keep, then, but for whatever reason, I always, there are always ones that it's like, I can't keep that. That's silly. Maybe I could resolve to, I don't know, but it's never one I can keep. So,
I know one that I could kept, like when I was a child. I had like a thing with my parents, if I didn't eat candy for a whole year, kind of thing. And I kept that. But it was hard. But no, as an adult, I don't know. There are so many other things that, in a way, are more important than.
yes. Yeah.
Fall, spring, and summer are your favorite seasons. That other season can just go away. Oh, okay. I love the winter season because of and I would say if, because that's to me is a big if. You get like snow, that it's not really just rainy and storms and all the kinds of things. You love, because I don't know if it's a thing just for me, because my family loves skiing.
Mm-hmm.
So, with having beautiful white snow, ski slopes, and things like that. But no.
There's not a lot of skiing going on in Texas.
Yep. Or don't you have like an indoor type thing? Like, because some
No.
countries do have like
Yeah.
indoor.
Yeah, we don't hear that nothing that no. They'll make snow for a day, like in certain, like usually they take up a parking lot of a shopping center, and they'll bring in a snow machine and they'll make snow for kids to play in. And usually they'll have Santa Claus for you to go visit and stuff like that. But it melts within the day and probably into a big ice block. I've never gone because I've seen real snow. So you say, well, why don't you take that? Well, because usually it's packed, to be honest with you, because there's a lot of kids down here that have never seen real snow. So it's like a big deal to go and see it and play in it.
Oh yeah, I can imagine.
And it's cold. I have zero interest in being cold, to be honest with you. So they can keep the snow. They can keep it wherever keep it in that parking lot, right? I'm okay. I'm okay with that. They don't. And Gatton, he got to see real snow in Pennsylvania and build real snowmen and all that stuff. So that's funny, Brenda. That's about the only one I've ever done. It's like a pot of hot oil and you dip the iron flour. Oh, yes. Yes, those things. Yeah. Those rosette cookies. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
And my family used to make, or my one family used to make pizzelle cookies. They're more of a cookie, but I know what you're talking about. It's like that. They're thick like that, and you dip them down in, and the oil fries it. Yes. But the pizzelle, and you usually use pizzelles are usually, I think, like vanilla. Is that? I might be saying it wrong. What are they called? My step grandmother used to make them, and they're Irish, so maybe it's from that. Maybe it's an Irish thing.
Well,
Here they are.
Have no clue.
Pizzelles. These.
I've seen those.
I think you make them like with a press. I think they're made with a press. Oh, they're an Italian waffle cookie. Never mind, waffle. And they're really flour, egg, sugar, they're not
nothing Irish there.
Yeah, not Irish, but yeah, she made those. Oh, what's it mean in Italian? Round and flat. Well, there you go. That's why it's called that. Yeah, she had those too. Pizzelles. But yeah, I wonder what those things are called. Rosette. We're gonna look that up and see. Because I think she wrote those too. Oh, here they're called rosettes. It's the first thing. Oh yeah, and there's the little machine or the little handle. Yep, she used to make these too. Rosette recipe. You can tell they're from other countries.
Oh yeah,
They're not
yeah,
real.
yeah.
Oh, they're from Norway and Sweden.
Yep, yep. We know those.
They're
But
Nordic.
we don't. Yeah, but we don't call them rose. Oh, what's the name?
What are they? Let's see. That
I
might
think
be
it's like sugar cookies. It's a specific name.
Scandinavian origins and
Yep,
German
it
society.
is.
That makes sense.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're not like a sweet, that's, they're not a real sugary. I remember those too. Yeah. I never think of those though. Those to me are more like a donut.
The rosettes?
Yeah. I guess because they're kind of a puffy pastry and
Oh.
I don't know. She coated them in sugar. Well, there's the sweetness. I mean, I think we used powdered sugar on them, just a dash of powdered sugar, but not the pizzettes, but pizzettes, whatever, those flat and round. Those they weren't. They were whatever the flavoring that she put in them, and usually I think she did like a vanilla one and anise, which I don't like.
Oh. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's like a licorice, right?
Yep.
Anise. Yeah, I don't
No,
like
not really, but mm-hmm.
like black licorice. Hello, Marita. Is that right, Marita?
Hey,
Close. How you
Marita.
doing, Marita?
Hey, Marita.
I'm getting better. I'm getting better. Have faith in me.
Yep.
30 years down the line, and I will get it. I'll be able to
Mm-hmm.
pronounce all y'all's names. Oh, did you see this here little dude I found?
Oh.
You little kangaroo. Uh-oh. I didn't do it. I was in here the whole time. Oh, look, he needs to be in here, I think, hanging out. Need to go in. Use it up, right? Stop hoarding stuff.
Oh, yep. Use it up, definitely.
Use her up, use her up, use her up. Now she's trying to be quiet. I know you already.
Concentrating.
She already broke it, whatever it was.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
I didn't do anything. I
didn't do it. I was in here the whole time. Wasn't me. They had. Oh, I'm not even going to try that. I don't even know what sound that little A makes. Quit trying to.
Struvor. Oh, yep, that's the thing. Struvor.
Is that how you say it? Is that what it's called? Those rosettes?
Yep.
There you go. There we go. You were hiding out just so that you could pop in and tell us that, weren't you?
Yep.
We appreciate you. Thank you. Hey, there's somebody. Do you know you're from Sweden, right? Isn't she with you in Sweden?
Marita, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you know what a canadal is? Do you know what we found out that the native name or whatever was for them? Do you remember, Gigi?
No.
I think that's what they call them.
Yeah, that's the name.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's America that calls them different stuff. They call them, yeah, canadal. Okay, here we go.
I have no clue.
German potato dumpling. Yeah, German potato dumpling.
Yep.
Oh man. Oh man. Oh. Oh wait. Semilconodal. Semiconodal? That doesn't sound English, so that might be maybe what they call them. Not liver dumplings. No, nope, that's not. Oh man, that looks like my grandma's right there. Makes me want to go up there, but I know she's not. Those take too much time. I know she's not making them any. Oh, and then there's a guy named Canadle. No, we're not looking for you. See that word right there? Is that a word? Semil Canodle?
Yeah, I have a semmelknödel. I have never heard about that. I have
Very
only heard about it. I have only heard about it in Switzerland, but but then again, we don't really have like in my family, we don't really have like the typical Swedish type things anyway, because of the connection to Switzerland, so, and all the German things. But
Yeah.
of course, we have like I wouldn't say typical Swedish, like Christmas things is like ham instead of turkey, and then Swedish meatballs, and
Yes.
then we have like a sausage.
This is dinner, Christmas
Mm,
dinner.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
sweet. But other than that, all of the things that we do is German, like, or have some sort of a connection to Switzerland.
Uh-huh. Huh.
So, I am not the right person to ask.
Yep, this is pretty much my grandma's recipe, except she doesn't measure anything. So you use stale bread. You break up your bread and you leave it sit out overnight on your counter. I can't even remember how many loaves of bread she makes because she freezes them afterwards too, because they're freezable. They're just bread. And there's milk and butter and onion. And she didn't use parsley. She used celery. So instead of the parsley, she used celery and eggs and salt, black and pepper, salt and pepper. Yep, that's pretty much that's all that's in them. Man, they're so good. But you eat too many and it's bread, right? So then it swells in your stomach and then you're sick for like 2 hours after you eat them. But then you get up and you want more. So then you have more. That's the rotation. That's on New Year's though. We have canadles on New Year's. And yeah. So you sit there and you usually have them at about lunchtime, about 1 or 2. And then they explode in your stomach. And then you take a nap. And then you get up from your nap and you have leftovers for supper.
Sounds like a
That
typical,
that's
Christmas.
that is our New Year's. Yep, that is what we do. Well, what
Christmas
we did.
Eve.
I tried. Shannon didn't like canadles.
Hmm.
She's not which it's pretty much, it's just yeah.
Could
Oh
it
man.
be like you have to learn how to eat those?
Yeah, you have to learn to not eat 3 of them because they're going to explode in your stomach. That's what you have to learn. Oh wait. Oh wait, this is they say it's a German potato. Is there any potatoes? I don't, maybe there is potatoes in the ones my grandma make. Wait 1 second.
Yeah, it is.
I'm missing the potatoes, I think. Because that's what, uh-huh. Okay, where's the recipe on that one? Because that was a little bit different. Okay, here's for a German bread, milk, eggs, flour. Well, maybe they just say potato. Because that one doesn't have potato in it either. And that one's actually called potato. Let's see what this one says. I don't remember. No, this one is, this one's just potatoes, salt. That one doesn't have. Interesting. Oh, look, this one's called that too. Oh, there's all kind of words I don't understand in there. Look at those words.
But that is like Polish and
Oh, so this would be,
that
maybe it's a
unfortunately
Polish. So all the different countries have, oh yeah, look, I don't even know it. I wouldn't be able to even make this one. It doesn't, I'm going to skip that one. Interesting. Huh. Anyways, I think we went through the same thing last year because every year around the holidays, I get a craving for them.
Oh
But you
yeah.
can't make just a little bit. If you're gonna put in all that time, you make it, you make a big batch. And
Mhm.
Gatton doesn't like them. I think I'm the only one in the world besides my family, yeah, I don't think Gatton eats them at all.
He doesn't?
Shannon doesn't eat them.
Hmm.
It's really
Weird.
depressing. I need new friends and family. Or I need to move and live with my family in Pennsylvania during the Christmas
Yeah.
holidays so I can get some good food.
Mhm.
I made them when I first moved down here. I made them one time. Oh man.
Is it something I heard, like a ding or something? Is it important? I actually started, but it's taken me 3 years. This thing. It's meant to be windows and things on here too. How exactly? I have no clue. But there will definitely be something. People aren't nostalgic. Oh no, that's definitely true. They don't really have time for things like that, Jenna, and that's kind of what I think anyway.
Yeah. You got real quiet again, honey. I don't know what's going on.
You don't know?
Mm.
I don't know.
You were fine all day, and now all of a sudden, it sounds like you decided to take a
Yeah,
walk.
there was something going on with the connection because I could hear that from my son. So he was
Oh,
screaming.
oh.
There was definitely something happening, so I don't know if that's.
I know that scream. I have that happen at my house too. I bet Jen does too. Jen has a teenage boy too.
Mhm. Oh.
Jen, you know what we're talking about when that internet goes down? She's like, it's not my son, it's my husband.
Here it's actually, let me count.
Yeah, you have a whole
At
thing.
least three of them. But it could definitely be 4. Yeah. And my husband, not, so yeah, maybe.
And do they all come to you to fix it too? It's like, well, what do you want me to do? I don't know why it's not working.
No, now it's my son that
Oh, now it's your
deals,
son.
but yeah, now it's just,
He's taken over that.
But here in my craft room is the main connection to, because of the fiber. We have a fiber connection. So
Yes.
here in the room is the main connection, and sometimes like, oh, mom is streaming, we can't go in there.
Oh, you
I can
have.
hear it outside the door.
Oh, enchiladas for Christmas. Yeah, here, we go over to the other family members, and they tamales. Tamales it's Christmas
Oh yeah.
Eve. Christmas Eve. Christmas Day, we usually don't do anything. Like Christmas Day has always been like the day that we kind of stay and play with whatever we got for Christmas. I mean, even as an adult and stuff, it's like whatever we got for Christmas, Christmas Day, we just enjoy. But Christmas Eve is usually what we do here for the big day.
Mhm.
We go over and all the family gets together. And usually Christmas Day, I go over to Mandy, and Shannon usually works, unfortunately. Very seldom does she has, every 7 years or whatever, whenever that falls on a day she gets off. But uh, that's the only bad thing about working that type of job. You're needed
Yeah.
during a holiday or not. But I usually go over and I usually get up pretty early and try to get over to Mandy and Jamie so I can watch Oren get up out of bed and open up, see that Santa Claus and stuff is coming because Gatton's kind of over that part of the tradition. So,
Yeah.
although I like to believe he's not, and he still believes because if he doesn't get any gifts. So there's that.
Yeah, it's kind of the same thing here. But
If you don't believe, he doesn't come.
We have our daughter. She definitely thinks that she had Santa visit her, like the real one, like 1 year when she was 4 or 5, something.
Yeah.
Because we arranged that there were not my husband or anybody that we knew that year.
Uh-huh.
So this is kind of going in some sort of a direction.
Oh, for goodness sakes. This is my dang.
Some sort of something. And then I will, we'll frame all of these. Oh, I didn't want them at all. To release the pressure. So there is definitely a whole lot of slow stitch thing going on these, but hopefully I cannot promise that these will be finished this year, but if we start,
that's
definitely.
Yep. And maybe you'll find that other one that you started.
Yeah, and I know that I haven't really throwing it away, so it has to be here somewhere.
And you haven't moved.
The thing that I kind of, because I literally I can't find it. It's the thing that I was thinking maybe is in our summer house, because I remember having it earlier this year when we were there. So it could have been that I've left it there.
It's waiting there for you. Oh, excuse me. It's waiting there for you.
Yeah, probably. Probably. But I don't know about you. For me, it's kind of late, and I unfortunately have to do adulting things tomorrow, aka work. It's 9:30 p.m. here, so
okay.
I kind of have to go to bed, unfortunately.
It's time for you to go get some sleep.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Let's see, where do we have the creation for today? Oh, Mary, if we're listening in the back, you definitely, you know what I'm talking about, showing this picture. Because that was the prompt yesterday. Yesterday's prompt.
That was the prompt, and that's what I did because nothing came to me, not a darn thing. So the word is what I did. Mrs. Gigi did her thing.
Yep.
All right. I'm going to finish this couple stitches that I have to do here, and I will next week we'll try to do this again. Sound good, Mrs. Gigi?
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you for coming on with me. You have a beautiful day.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye. Oh, Jug thinks I'm getting off because I said bye. Just going to do a couple more stitches here, guys. Doing a cross stitch to hold this on. I know he's standing out there. You know, he's past the door. I can't see him, but I bet you he's standing there like, where are you going? Or where you at? You said bye. I heard it. I don't know what Shannon's doing in the kitchen. Did I trick you, buddy? Did I trick you? He's like, wait a second, why aren't you coming? What are you doing? What are you doing? Sit down. Oh, you're such a good boy. You're such a good boy. Oh, is there a fingerprint on there? Oh, there's paint. Oh. Oh. Okay, let me finish up this here stitch. Let me finish up here this here stitch. What a mess the back of this is, but we don't care. Paint. All right, so here's where we are. Got, again, remember this is like my chunky book, so every time you look at it, you're supposed to kind of see something new. Something new is on the page. So got some fun stuff on there. Added her on there today. I think that's it. I need something up there. Added this here metal on there today and this bow on this flower. I did that too. Added a lot on that today. I added my M. So there we go. There's a few more things added on there. I'm thinking it's taken me so long just to do it. It might just be a two-pager, short little book. I don't want to get bored with it. You know, I get bored if I take too long. I mean, I could, I guess. No, I need to add a little bit more on here. I was going to say I could be, I guess, done, but this one's about done. I, don't have too much more. I could put some stitching, I could just do some knots or put a lazy daisy or something up in there. And this one too, I could just do some stitching. Maybe that's what I'll go and this one I really like. This one looks really nice and full. Something needs done in here. And this one might just need some stitching on it. Maybe some beads. Maybe I need to do some beads on there. But yeah, so there we have it. That's where I'm at on this. I hope everybody enjoyed yourselves and had a good time. Tonight or later on today, Dana is on. I hope you catch us then. And I cannot guarantee that I will be on this evening for some wackiness. I don't know yet. I don't know. I'm kind of leaving that up in the air. We'll see. Thank you all for coming, guys. Have a great day. Keep spreading love. Bye.